fun. It's so awesome. Yeah,
That was something like. Yeah.
You know what? No, what is right? So yeah. There was another meeting. I told the guy, they'll be, I get you. But I hear the part I'm not about meat. He's like, especially if I'm not going
What are you doing? Right. Worry yourself on the shirt too, like that one. And jokes. It's like on the.
I just get on April's bill. I'm just, he was my lover.
Come on, any one brand like these color. So Antonio Banderas is lazy. Lazy.
Guys,
I was Stephen.
team meetings here. Best day of the week, right?
We felt the toughest. Yeah. Not much. Not much.
It's good. I need to send it to. Well,
We're ready to start.
we're ready to start. I will call her. Welcome to team meeting, guys.
You're welcome to.
Let's get started. You guys already know what's happening. What are your bucket fills? I'm gonna fill the bucket of whenever you do not have this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Bucket fills. Who got them? Let's share them.
I'll talk with Bill John.
Okay.
Whenever there's a legal problem, or a question that I don't want to get in trouble for, I just call him.
And he helps you.
And he doesn't answer sometimes, and then you text him, and he calls you back. Is he here? I don't know. But yeah,
He helps me on a call.
but he,
When it's talking about if you get filled and you need to get in.
he always gives me a shot.
But it always is there for you. To answer, to respond.
Oh, I told him he is legally responsible.
Very good.
I don't want to be responsible on since I work under your license, Sean. You tell me what to do, I'm gonna do that.
I'm gonna double the bucket fill. I was on the phone with him this morning. And I was maybe a little bit. He was like, yes, we are right. We are practically right. We don't even get this right. Niche.
Chris.
Chris.
Yes.
Top notch, Chris.
Oh, he's in the room.
Always.
Slow it down. It's a big deal.
I could brag about him for a lot.
Yeah, we are very lucky to have Yeah, an extra zero to your check, that way.
It's a good feeling to be able to have those resources, you know, say. It's pretty cool to be able to just call or email or text and to get the answer within hours. Yeah, that was very good.
Right, you don't need it on. Right,
It's
I'll take it.
not about money. Anybody else, bucket bill? I'm gonna put Bradley's bucket, because if you guys haven't seen, he's working hard, doing open houses, all the things. He actually signed another buyer from an open house. Do the follow-up, right? I'm calling him. So congratulations, Bradley. You're doing a great job. Hey, anybody else bucket bill before Christie? Where did she go? She's here. Haley. Okay, well, if you want to just shout it really loudly and that would be awkward. Should I open the door? You should.
Yeah.
You feel better? No, he's totally fine.
She's right, she's.
I would actually go for bucket because I just love so much how Haley will see and make people feel so special. Like taking Justin his cake on his birthday and then recognizing Dalton and doing things, like she's just that person that just sees and goes above you.
Oh, yeah, I love it. That's very true. Anybody else? All right, what's happening this week? So today we have the tech bar with Bradley. Tomorrow we have from 9:30 to 10 conversation frameworks with Allison. I heard you guys in there today. So
Today we went over, we role played rejection, like when somebody's gonna reject you all the way, like when they say no, like I'm not gonna meet with you, or I already signed with another agent. And there's no more chance of getting that appointment, like how are you gonna close that phone call up? And we talked about how that's not something we role play, so that stops a lot of people from making their phone calls. So we're gonna keep working on role play rejection the rest of this week.
I like it. Excellent with grace, right? Tomorrow Ignite is continuing. I would love to hear, is somebody in the room that's been attending Ignite pretty consistently?
That's great.
He says I'm the best, but
It
he's
is
biased.
great.
Yeah.
Nelly, you have a comment?
No, I was just saying, I've been attending.
Yeah,
Bucket fill.
bucket bill, let's hear it.
Ellie and Diane.
Diana.
Diana
yes.
Benitez.
Yes.
Here, so.
When I taught Ignite, I came in and everybody was like pretending to make phone calls. So I got a couple of gift cards and I said, okay, whoever sets an appointment or gets a referral before we get started gets, gift cards. And Nelly set an appointment?
Yep, I did.
Set an appointment. I think Diana either set an appointment or caught a referral. I think it was a solid referral. So,
We've had every
But those-
single night, people have
Somebody
set
set an
appointments
appointment.
every night.
Yep, I love it.
Tony's at 3.
And then continuing with conversation frameworks on Thursday, and then also on Thursday, Bradley is gonna be going over the brand new reports page. Bradley, do you want to say anything about that?
So if you haven't noticed in command, your reports page has changed. There's a lot more available, so we're just gonna go over all that. So you have available to you to look at what reports you should be looking at. I like it. I'm big on reports.
Yeah.
This is my favorite page.
Also, just remember, like, really as a business owner, you should be tracking your results and knowing what results you're achieving from the activities and efforts that you're putting in. So this is gonna go over how to report or how you're gonna look at your reports. Thursday is Ignite again, so we've got Ignite tomorrow and Thursday, and then Friday, if you guys have been tuning in, I'm actually gonna be the host this week on Friday from 10 to 10:45, Rookie Real Estate Agent Book Club. If you missed the first week, I really just covered the myth understandings and getting your mindset right. In order to go into your foundational pieces. So this is based off of the book, The Rookie Real Estate Agent. I'll be hosting this week. Allison's hosting the next week. And so if you would like to come and do a little dive into that book with us, feel free to join us on Friday from 10 to 10:45. It is a different Zoom link, so we'll make sure you guys have access to
It's
that.
in the, is it in the office calendar, the Zoom link?
It's in the office calendar.
It's in the
I think it's in the
calendar.
office Google calendar. It's in my coaching calendar too.
Okay, thanks. And then we have conversational frameworks with Allison. We've already talked about this. I want to just give a quick update. So you guys are probably getting emails, and this is why I wanted to give you an update about this. So if you were here last year, you remember that we did this event, Multiply Your Business, and by making a donation of, I think it was $25 or $30, then you could come to this KW Cares. It was a live session at the time. So if you guys notice, the date of October 14th has a conflict with the quarterly market update, which we've already been sending invites out to. So we've decided to continue with the quarterly market update on the 14th as planned, but we are going to, as a market center, purchase the recording of these events, and we will replay them the next week in the market center. So if you want your own recording, you can scan this, and I think it's $99 for an individual agent to get access to all of the recordings and the additional data. That will be a donation directly to KW Cares. Everyone who is going to participate in this event donates their time. And then on the 21st, we will do a replay of some of these as part of team meetings. So you could either make a donation now, have it get access to that recording, or you can wait until we do a replay, make a donation, but keep in mind it will be different than getting the donation for the actual recording. So if you want the recording, get it, but still come join the fun on the day of the event. Okay, does that make sense? All right, awesome. Ignite is happening now. It goes through October 9th. It is every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 5 to 8 p.m. It is in person. It is also on Zoom. I think you get way more out of it in person, so come in person if possible. And this is not just for new agents, and you don't have to have attended the whole time. You can come to any of these sessions of Ignite. And probably where we get the most questions are the ones coming up, which is like the actual process, working with buyers, working with sellers, negotiating contract to close. All of those you have not missed yet. So you can still come to those. It's coming up again tonight, tomorrow, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday until the night.
Tomorrow's is the buyer's one, so that I'm.
Tomorrow's buyers.
Yes.
And are you doing one with sellers, Christine? On Thursday.
Heard Monday's a pretty good class too.
What's Monday?
I don't know about Macarene's teaching.
Oh.
Oh, no, we're all clear.
Yeah, everybody's, it's gonna be a full room for Ignite. I can start that one.
I'll probably go.
Everyone else is welcome to come. Quarterly market update, as mentioned, is October 14th. Feel free to register for that. As you guys, maybe you do know, maybe you don't know. If you haven't been to a quarterly market update in the past, we're going to go over all the data and details of what's happening in the market or what happened over Q3 in the market. And then actually, we're going to also go into how to have the conversations with your clients and kind of just some projections looking forward of what we think Q4 and Q1 might have in store for us. So that's always a good one to come to. This is the rookie real estate agent. If you want to scan, then you will get the Zoom link. Otherwise, it is also in our office calendar. Call the play, win the day. So this is, if you guys don't know who Cody Gibson is, so Cody Gibson is actually the VP of MAPS coaching. He's been in business for a very long time. He is super smart, and he is doing a national training. Essentially, Keller Williams International is sending this training to all the regions, but they split up what instructors go where. I feel super fortunate that we got Cody Gibson. It's $25 to hear him, to come to this class. It is Call to Play, Win the Day. It's going over how to learn it, lower expenses, double your lead generation, triple your focus on appointments through AI and people power, but you're going to walk away with clear, actionable strategies to define your next level of success. So the market changes, but with the right plays, you can still control the game. And this is what I think is a really critical piece. And we were talking about this, Sean and I sit on an advisory committee for OTEC, which is a school in a real estate school. And one of the things that we talked about is everybody's year looks a little different based on their mindset around it. So if your mindset is that the market sucks and it's hard and all these things about the market, you're relaying that information to your clients, and you're probably not being the best consultant for them based on what your mindset is. There's other people that are having the best year that they've had because they've shifted strategies in the market. So this will be really great for that. It is at Salt Lake Community College. Lunch is included. It is from 9 to noon. And you do need to register in advance. Registration will cut off for this. I'm guessing in maybe the next 2 weeks. So register while you're thinking about it so you don't forget. You see people with their phones out, so know how to do that. Okay. Next. Right. Next
You didn't even
Wednesday,
dress up for that.
deal doctor, and essentially bring us your sick deals. Let's diagnose and treat them together for the next 2 weeks. So if you have a problem or question, scan that QR code and Sean's gonna come on down, take the floor, Sean,
So,
and tell us about it.
remember,
Will you really wear a doctor coat, please?
perhaps,
I have to find out.
I got so many allergy costumes. All of that. Okay, but those of you who've been around for a while, you guys remember we used to do that stump and chump every so often, right? You remember that? And it was kind of fun. So we're gonna bring this back every so often, but what we're gonna do is play a game with it. So if you guys have some questions that we can all learn from, obviously you can still ask them at that, in that moment. But if you've got some questions that you think we can all learn from, or something that you ran across in a transaction that was like, oh my gosh, how do we deal with this? How do we deal with that, right? So this is what I do all day. Submit them there, so, and then we'll make fun of it, not of your question, but make fun of our real estate community because we were asking these questions, right? So
We're gonna have fun with it.
we're
not
gonna have
make
fun with it, yeah.
We're gonna have fun of it. We're gonna have fun.
fun.
Maybe a little bit of both.
Maybe,
Maybe
yeah,
a little
probably that.
But most
Yeah.
of gonna have fun with it.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, no questions off the table, but if you've had one where you're just like, oh gosh, like,
Thank you.
what about this?
Huh?
Scan the QR code, send in your craziest deal,
Yep.
even if it was just one you heard about, maybe you didn't even know it yourself, you just heard about it being there. Scan it and
And
let's try this.
Those people who come to our contracts class on a regular basis, we talk about some of the real life scenarios based on the contract around it. So the idea is to bring fun to these questions. Got it? Okay. Thanks.
Thanks, Sean.
And I may or may not wear that.
Please, Sean, we did hear about that build today, so thanks for that too. Hey, if you're coming to family reunion and you want to do a payment plan, time is running short for you to do that. So scan the QR code if you just want to register. If you want to come up with a payment plan, Chris Bradford in the back, Chris, wave your hand. In case anyone's not sure who Chris is, Chris can help you with the payment plan that will help you break that up into 3 to 4 monthly payments to get to have it paid off before you leave for family reunion. Our annual chili cook-off is coming up. You guys enlisted. We've got a reigning 2-time champion in the back of the room named Wesley. And you guys, you've got a big chili and come compete. But either way, the good news is you get to try Wesley's chili, which is actually very good. I even voted for it over my own chili last year, and I had no idea who it was, but I was like, this is just good chili.
Champ for like.
Sean was the champ for a long time. But Wesley came in and said, not more, and Wesley like knocked him off his fight horse, and has been the reigning champion. So chili cook-off is coming on October 28th. You guys know this is always just a fun day. Wear your costume, sign up if you want to make chili or bring something else. And there's always a good prize, and we just always have fun. So sign up. Wants and needs. We got to put them on the board in advance. So we have an option here. Bradley, how much do you going to need? 45 minutes?
Maybe 45.
Okay, as fast as you can talk. Who's got new listings coming up?
We have a new listing coming.
Yes. 3,435 square feet.
Price.
665, but we're open to suggestion. We're kind of struggling. So if anybody wants to do that, design it, we'll be open to it. I called an agent that used to work here, but doesn't anymore. And yeah, Kaylee helped us. That was really, really helpful. And she gave us some guidance. It's been over a month that we're giving them homework. We're hoping to have it online by the 15th of October.
Okay, awesome. Love it.
Just funny, I was just gonna put it in my calendar to help you, but I already helped you.
I have a new listing in Brigham City. 4 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom. Couple years old, like 2020. So it has a yard, so it's like new construction, but has a yard,
Did you tell me 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms?
yeah, or 2.5. Probably like 5 by 15. Three-car garage. It'll be so great.
15?
Yeah, I felt like. And then another listing in Twilla that is like patio home, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, no HOA, with the new roof as of tomorrow. And probably like 385.
Oh, that's a great price.
It's actually stands for park. It should be clarifying, not.
That's a better place,
Yeah,
way better.
wow.
Location wise, it is.
It is.
It's Salt Lake, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have anyone?
Yeah, no, I just need an offer
Okay.
at what buyer thinks this house is worth. I feel like I say this one every time, but I've got that. 1.2 up in Huntsville. 1.96 acres. Badass barn. I just need to get it sold. And I think if I can get another offer on the table, I can get him to come down. He knows we need to reduce the price.
He just wants to see the offer before he gets it reduced.
He won't reduce. It's
Okay.
beyond frustrating, so
Ring offer.
Yeah.
You can put it on the value.
I will.
You should, yeah, that's a good one, right? You did get pretty good engagement.
First Thursday of every month.
First Thursday of every month.
I know you
I
did.
do
remember.
remember. I'll send
Okay,
you.
thank you.
And you gotta put on in advance.
Yep. Okay.
Wes,
That's
what you
cool.
got?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you got one more?
Going live Thursday, it's in Ogden. It's on Jefferson, 552 Jefferson. It's 19 square feet, 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 1 car garage, 0.40 on the acres, has above ground pool, trampoline included, updated. The house is all brick. It's gonna be listed at 415.
Oh, that's a great price. Love it. Do you
I
have one?
have a rental that should be available by like October 10th. North Ogden, 5 bedroom, 2 bath. Corner lot, mountain views. We do allow
Did
pets.
you tell me 4-2 or 5-2?
5-2, yeah.
Okay.
We do allow pets. Hoping to get 2,700, but if you know the person and they're gonna be a good tenant, 2,600.
Okay. 2,600 with a personal guarantee.
Yeah, recommendation.
Just like, nah, I'm not going to that for anybody for $100. Sorry. Okay, anybody else? Sean, then Christy.
Christian can go first.
Christy, ladies first, Sean says.
I just have 2 open house opportunities. So if anyone is looking for an open house this week, I have 2 listings that could use them. So just get with me. One's in Huntsville, one's in Clinton.
You guys remember at the beginning when I said, remember how Bradley just signed another buyer from the open house?
Wait, what?
They were, spoiler alert.
Okay, so one of my, tips is gonna be on the market, it's being finished this week, grants going in, we're just finalizing it, get the pictures taken the first next week. So if someone wants to do an open house, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, feel free. The house right next door to it is listed. I'm gonna be about 50K underneath them and mine's nicer.
This is your South Boston.
This is my South Ogden. The address is 1370 East, 5150 South. The beautiful city of South Ogden. It's got no rear neighbors. It's got a great yard. The deck's awesome. Double French doors that open up to the deck. It's a pretty cool house. It's a 5 and 3. Washer and dryer included. But it's gonna be priced way under the neighbor just so I can get it done faster than theirs.
What's your price range?
It's gonna be right around 500, I'm thinking like 515-ish. The other one next door is 579.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Price.
And theirs is original. Mine's gonna be all.
All updated.
And then I have a rental available. I moved some tenants in. They decided it was too small and moved out. So I got a North Ogden rental available. I was getting 1,400 in it. Out of it, because they had a pet. So I think I was asking 1,300 on that one. It's a 2-bed, 2-bath. All
one level.
John 2020 said, thanks for keeping your rental rates strong. Anybody else? I thought that was really funny. And Wes was cracking up too, so I was like, well, Wes thinks it's funny. If Wes laughs, then I laugh. Wait, oh my gosh, look at, yeah, Wade, sorry, Wade thinks it's funny.
When you're around.
It is weird. TCPA, your calls in any other way than a TCPA friendly and compliant way, it's just. Oh, it's awards day. Coronation day. How exciting. This person. As a quick reminder, Katie was our cultural icon next month. If you are the cultural last month. That's not happy weird. Future. So your job, if you're the cultural icon, is to help keep an eye out for culture happening in the office and around. So this month's cultural icon winner has lived in Utah for about 10 years. They started out at KW about 4 years before that. This person owned and operated a successful restaurant.
Wes.
You got it. Amazing chef, gained knowledge from his entrepreneurial experience coupled with his undergraduate degree in political science, history, and education, provide the knowledge and industry that he brought into the real estate experience. His personal time is filled with fitness, music, travel, photography, and outdoor activities. He believes in living life to the fullest. Anyone who knows Wes knows that this is very much true. He is the absolute, Wes is the absolute best. He's such a great realtor. He really cares about his clients. He's a great friend to everyone. He shares his culinary skills often, which we all appreciate. Anybody who's been here when he brings in a little treat is like,
Yeah, you wanted to get
So good.
so amazing. I know we're gonna talk about it today. We took about 2 years in a row. Yeah. Bit of advice. That's what it's going to do. Got it. He goes above and beyond and is willing to answer any questions or help when needed. I know many of you have partnered on open houses and door knocking and things like that. It's always a joy. He is a true professional and we are at KW are blessed. Well,
You look so mysterious in that picture.
No.
mystery. Congratulations. Hey, Les, your job is to find the cultural icon for October.
Okay.
Okay, next, let's move into our Gary Keller Production Award winners. So this is a team. It's been locally owned and operated for 28 years, serving Northern Utah. Ogden Valley. Any guesses yet? I've been home for Anita and her husband, John, for over 20 years. They're skiers and sailors. The Ogden Valley allows them to enjoy both the mountain. It's sun and snow homes, sorry. There's a little bit about each of you, so I'm gonna give a little bio on each of you. Anita was the initial founder of the team. She has been in business for 28 years, focusing in Ogden Valley. They moved from Park City to Park City from New Hampshire in 1997, where they taught us skiing at Pat's Peak and Sugarbush, Vermont. In their earlier lives, Anita and John ran a small software company writing software for the forest products industry. And Anita and John have 2 great kids who live with their families, one in New York, one in New Hampshire, and their kids love spending time with them here in Utah. Mish was born in Morocco, where she lived until the age of 12. She then moved to Montreal and later London before finally settling in a beautiful state of Utah. Her first language is French, although she's fluent in English. Mish is well-versed in negotiation and customer service. And after attending school in Montreal for hotel management, she worked in management positions at a variety of hotels for over 20 years. Even owning one for 10 years, her excellent communication skills and resourcefulness are both attributes of dedicated real estate professional. Her passion for outdoor recreation and her 3 children keep her busy outside of work. Together, they enjoy skiing, snowmobiling, hiking, and Krav Maga. She will also kick your butt if he needs to. Angela came into the team with drive and focus and customer service. Having owned and operated a day spa in New Hampshire, she understands how making a customer feel most important and understanding your customer's needs and wants is valuable. With her eye for design, she brings an added value to their clients by helping them stage their homes without having to spend a lot of extra money. She also loves to spend time getting to know each client and helping guide them through the process. She brings creativity to the team and helps them think outside the box. When she's not working on real estate, she also buys and sells vintage and high-end clothing and enjoys real estate and I just always put real estate in front of anything that says estate, but it's actually estate sales and thrifting. Sun and Snow Homes has done an amazing business for the last 12 months with a sales volume of 14.2 million, which is an increase of 46% from the prior 12 months. So these ladies are crushing it. And we're just happy to see it. What? Also, I don't know what this means because I'm not a skier, but apparently she's one of the only
She's one of the few level 3.
few level 3 women's ski
Level.
instructors
Yes.
ever, like in the world.
No.
Just here in,
Not a mountain.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
basically she like lives on the ski. Kind of a big deal.
Misha, I love your pen.
thank you.
So congratulations, you guys. And then we're gonna jump into our toppers of the month. So we have Blaine, Troy, Dalton, Angie, and Brandy. Dalton, you want to hand it to me? No, you don't have to. You can take a picture later if you want. And then first list. Hey, guys, Julie's had tons of listings in her prayer, but this is a photo. Hey, congratulations. First closing with KW, Angela, Levi, and Natalie. Top listing individuals, we have Marcia and Kevin. Congratulations. Top closed units, Mikkel, Oscar, and Kevin. Great job, guys. Top listings for teams, we've got the Burdeners and the Mark Smith Realty Group. Nice job. Top teams closed units, closed units. Bagby's, Burdeners, Amarillo, and Connection Road. Also, do you know what I have? Oh, that's. Oh. It's here. I'm already.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Our top groups listings taken, Sun and Snow Homes. And top group closings is Skyline, Sun and Snow, Key Utah Realtors. You've got one more. Key Utah Realtors. Yes. And Launch Coaching, who was Levi and Jared, that contributed to Launch Coaching top close unit. Nice job on the leaderboard, guys. $1 Million months. Jonathan, Kevin, Claudia, Bagby, Burdeners, Amarillo, Connection, Bearfelt, Sun and Snow, Skyline, Launch Coaching, and Key Utah Realtor. That's a measurable amount, actually. Okay, I'll give you guys all of yours, and then I'm gonna give the time over to Bradley. Because he's got a real treat in store for us today.
How do you call that?
Bradley's bringing an AI playbook. Get ready.
Okay, so you guys may have noticed teaching a lot more. Most of it's because my new buyer broker agreement's gone to my head, and now I feel like I have to start everyone. I still don't have any closed units though. So keep that in mind. While I teach.
Get bigger or?
It's gonna get bigger.
Okay.
So, you know,
if you do want different instructors, I am the head of the calendar planning meeting. Please come and get surprised. Okay, so today, we're gonna keep it simple and just convince you why you should use AI. We're gonna go over a couple different topics, mindset shift, some myths that we see with AI in real estate. We're gonna go over 2 buckets of use. Today, we're just gonna be covering one of them. We're gonna discuss large language models, personalizing your AI assistant. We're going back to this. I know we covered it once, but it's gonna be important. We're gonna go over perfecting your prompts, putting AI into action, and then some other stuff that's not as fun. But let's talk about mindset shift. So who uses AI right now?
Okay.
What are you guys using it for?
Everything.
Everything?
Brainstorming,
Brainstorming?
writing, content.
Nice. What else are you guys doing? Dustin?
Pick my outfit, put some color balloon.
That's a good idea. Anybody else?
Creating playbooks.
Ooh, Playbooks is a good one. Making logos. I had mine review CCNRs the other day.
Yep, I've done that.
40 pages, and I didn't want to read it, so I had to go and read that.
And then go find, ADU, like, rules and regulations from city, state, and county.
Yeah.
Way faster than it used to be.
Nice.
I uploaded some recent blood work and just said, me too, give me like suggestions on how to optimize my health.
Oh, yeah, we do that too.
Yeah.
Asked about the government shutdown and how it would affect VA loans. I mean, quite a lot of good details.
That's smart.
I took a post from a fitness person that did a really good job about fitness and their life. Transcribe it and upload it to give me ideas of real estate that would be books like.
Nice.
So
So it sounds like we're all using it pretty familiarly. Is that a pretty accurate statement?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think
We're
we're
trying.
using it.
No, this is the first time. With new technology, you just kind of have to get into it and start playing around with it. Like, you're not gonna learn the best prompting techniques just sitting in class all day without going and asking Gemini or ChatGPT questions and seeing how it responds. So playing with it is the most important part.
I don't think any of us are using it full capacity.
For sure.
Yeah.
Or I have it.
You've got it there, yeah. I just was watching someone else trying to do this.
Okay, so I'm actually happy. I didn't think as many hands would go up with how many people are using AI. So we're just gonna go over some myths of AI in real estate. So first one, AI has human-like understanding. I'm pretty sure we're all pretty aware that it's just pattern-based recognition. It learns off of Google searches, articles, text-based information, and just tries to respond how a human would. And that's why it's not always accurate. It's going to give you some hallucinations, they call them. It's going to just start saying, you know, things that it thinks are good ideas, but maybe it's not. And that's why
Yes, that's right.
as soundboard, some of the brainstorming.
Okay, thank you so much.
I want to vouch for the fact that it's not always accurate. I've been using it a lot, but I was actually looking up some KW processes and system information, and it actually gave me bad information that I could go back and prove that it was correct. So it's interesting. I'll double check what you're getting back for, just sort of give it a sniff test.
Yeah, and same to that, like, we had a friend in Texas that was in a car accident, and it said, we couldn't get details on it, like, we didn't know what was going on, and it said that he had died. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of inaccuracies.
Yeah. So this is something I'm not gonna bet contracts on, bet my wages on, even though I had it go through and say, you know, the CCNRs, I was actually just trying to get, where is the HOA transfer fee? So instead of having it tell me, I'm just trying to help locate it. So instead of going through 40 pages, I can see, okay, page 15, whatever it may be. So that's super important. Next one is tech expertise needed. This is just basically Google, you guys. As long as you can open your web browser, you should be using it to some degree. And this is gonna be super important, I think, going forward. This is not gonna replace you, but how efficient can you be? How many more ideas can you come up with? Practicing scripts, you can use it as someone to talk back and forth with, so you can practice scripts in the morning. Is it gonna increase your efficiency or decrease cost? Of something everyone should adopt. Robotic content. This is gonna depend on the input you give it and what you ask it for the output. It's not just a search engine. Like I said, you can use it for conversations. It's not replace relationships. Who's gonna go fix a roof for you or put in new carpet when you're just searching up roofers on ChatGPT?
The actual word for themselves.
The actual roofer.
The human body that's
You
gonna
still
go
need the
through.
relationship. And then ample time to adopt AI. This is something where I think everyone needs to start practicing using it now. Just spend some time a little bit, or a little bit of time each day. Where can I implement this into my business? Where can I, instead of writing, emails, where can I create prompt or templates and then input the templates and just use that instead and have AI adjust the templates? This is something that can be implemented right away. Okay, so right now in real estate, there's two buckets of use. We can generate leads and get stuff done. Today, we're just gonna go over getting stuff done. And we're gonna start with discussing large language models. So first step, you wanna pick your LLM. This is just your large language model. This is ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. After that, the next step would be to make a personalized assistant. Earlier in the month, we talked about a AI marketing assistant, but we can even just go more general and say, what are your goals as a real estate agent? And just say, you're my assistant as a realtor. Here's what I like to do. Here's what most of my business comes from. And it's just gonna be a very general assistant that knows, what your goals are, your value proposition. So you can just make it super general to start off with. We're going to discuss perfecting your prompts and then putting your prompts into action. Okay, so understanding large language models, they take text, images, videos, look at patterns, and then give you an output. So one thing that I think is important with this is knowing what input you're giving it to get the output you want. If you guys have uploaded PDFs with words in them, one thing I found is it's a lot harder to read for the LLM because it also has to use image processing to go in and pick out the words versus if it was a text-based file, it's got the words right there to parse through and pick it out. So that will be something I think is important when I'm putting it in. Images is a good one. That picture of Sean in his doctor's costume was made with a nano banana, which I thought was super cool. So you can give it prompts, put Sean in a lab coat, and it'll give you things like that. So it's going to be important for you to know what input do I need to give to get the desired output. I like to try and keep it the same. If you want output as an image, give it an image to start with. If you want output as text, start with text as your input, and it'll just make it so there's less hallucinations, and it's a little bit easier to get more consistent output. So pick your LLM. There's a bunch of options right now. ChatGPT is super popular. Gemini just took a ton of market share. They jumped up from 6% to 11%. I like Claude. I think mostly that's just because of his name. I've affinity for Quebecese and French. Perplexity, Grok, tons of different choices. And with each one of them, you can personalize your own AI system. So who's gone through and made an AI assistant, or at least started with it? Yeah? Well, what are your guys' experiences with it?
Takes a lot of training.
How so?
Just to figure out exactly, like getting the prompts right and then teaching it what you want it to put out.
Okay,
It takes time. It's quicker than if you have human visitor numbers.
what kind of information have you given it, like starting knowledge documents?
So for instance, in Gemini, they've got gems, which is like a process that you can train it to give a certain output. So I have my ideal client and how I want to speak to them. And so I have like a file that has their details, like my ideal client avatar. And then I say, I want to do a video about this topic. And then it spits out, I have it trained to spit out a script, an idea for graphics to go in it. I have it limited to like, I need it to be this long. I need it to have a description as well. So it spits out a description, all the hashtags and keywords I should use that are SEO optimized. I'll let that, I don't know what it actually is, but so I can just literally put in a short, like 4 or 5 word prompt about the subject I want, and they'll spit me out.
Nice. How much time did it start for you to create the first iteration? And then going through and changing it and making sure you get prompts that you like better, or output that you like better? How much time did that take?
It probably took me about an hour to like initially put it together, and then I probably tweaked it 3 or 4 times, like 30 minutes. So
Nice.
probably like 3 hours total.
That's not too bad. What about everyone else? Let's have some more hands. Chris?
I've actually built a number of them. One of the things that I've been really impressed with is just how intuitive it is when you start to actually give it clear input and expectations about what you want, how it really focuses in and becomes intuitive about that point and that purpose. So as an example, I wanted to build an AI assistant that would take a multi-year trend report and provide a really clear analysis of somebody's business. And now I've got it set up where I can literally just say, here's Jesse's report, and it literally spits out a huge overview of her business over a course of, however long she's been in the industry, breaks the whole thing down. Justin, I can do it to you too, so no.
No, I'm just thinking, it's like, shoots out this long list of all the shit you should be doing, and you're not.
So it doesn't do that, Justin. But the thing about it is like, if you're just sort of semi in touch with your numbers and your production, or it's like, I wonder really how I'm performing against a couple of years ago, or whatever. I mean, this thing literally will just jump in and give you information so consolidated. And it also makes recommendations about what to do with your business. So it comes back with a strategic set of recommendations. It's like, this is what people in the industry are doing to actually drive these metrics forward. So it's actually really cool. Just how intuitive it is and how fast it learned that was sort of, it's really.
And I like how you mentioned you are giving it strong input.
Yeah.
And as you narrow down the input you're giving it, we're getting back better answers. Okay, last one. Who's made Gemini, gems, assistants? Who hasn't and why?
Can I just
We're
say
not moving on.
something?
Yeah, who hasn't and
In
why?
the quest to create these things, you can actually ask it, what do you need to know? And
That's a
then,
great one.
and then you just basically answer all those questions, and it'll spit out what prompt it needs to have in its memory for you.
Nice.
I am made a gem.
Okay, why not?
I've just been on ChatGPT.
Have you made a ChatGPT one?
Yeah.
What do you use them for? For her? It,
Which one?
they?
Yeah, there's I have one that tracks my macros. I have one, it's like a real estate coach. I have one for my rentals. I have one.
Why do you use your real estate coach?
This is where I want to go in my business and what I need to do it better. It did it. And then it said, and I said, okay, what should I do like this week? And then add that to next week. And like it made a plan coach of if you want to from here to here.
I like that.
But what it didn't have is the accountability, right? That's like that AI relationship.
Justin said, I don't
Yeah.
wanna do that.
Well, I mean, that's like the same thing we're talking about. That's still
Yeah.
your relationships.
You can make the plan, but is a computer gonna hold you accountable?
Be
And
you
you
accountable.
notification, yeah, which is kind of cool.
But it will never replace it.
No,
Never a
100%.
Well, we're a relationship though, it's not.
100%. I'm actually terrified of the world. Like, I think a lot of people are going to let that replace it, and that scares me. You can't replace an actual relationship.
Yeah.
Some people are gonna let it.
Well, a lot of what I'm hearing is, we're not replacing a lot of work. Maybe with Chris's, we're getting, his Gemini assistant to do some statistical analysis or business analysis that otherwise would take a lot of work. Justin is replacing a real estate coach, but it's not replacing what you're doing. It's just trying to enhance what you're doing. And that is, I think, a lot of what we're gonna see going forward too. So AI's got memory, so remember what you give it. A good thing you can do is identify your preferred communication style. And this can be both with output for talking to clients or with how you talk to the ChatGPT and how it talks back. So we recommend, by we, KWRI, recommends you pick 3. Gen Z communication style, not sure what that one is, but I'm,
Throwing a few skivvities.
yeah, I do a few skivvities, a 6, 7, analytical, empathetic. But if you can give it, your own personality, so you're saying, I'm analytical and I'm calm and curious. When I'm talking to my clients, please make your responses sound like this as well, and then throw in a skippy at the end. So you don't exactly. Your next step for your AI assistants is, what are some personal insights? Who are you? What are some key people, key to your business, hobbies, interests, value propositions, core beliefs? What are your preferences, both in diet, travel, movie, anything that's going to be related to your assistant? And again, we can start off super basic and just have general real estate assistant, the life assistant, or like Justin, you've got a couple for real estate, diet, gym, maybe travel, how to take gym pictures.
Oh, I never thought
Top
about
3
that.
personal goals.
Just that little bit. I'm voting for.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
We've got
Bradley for
calendar
king.
planning meeting tomorrow or Thursday. And then off limit topics. So what should you avoid? Like, tell Chappie or tell your assistant not to talk about Santa Claus if your kids are gonna have access to it. They're accessing it saying, is Santa Claus real? Anytime Santa Claus comes up, you could say, don't answer. And then because you put that in, it's not gonna respond. So you can have off limit topics in there as well. You got business instructions, so industry and niche, core services, ideal customer profile, your avatar, business's pain points, short-term goals, long-term goals. What are the key metrics to track? And then tools and apps you use. Okay, so we're gonna assume we've all created our AI assistant in that short time where I went through those 10 slides. We're gonna jump into how can you protect your prompts. And the good thing about this is you don't need an AI assistant to protect your prompts. You can just do this with the regular chatbots. So the one method that everyone should be using is RICE. What is the role of the chatbot? What are the instructions you're giving it? What is the context that the AI assistant needs to be or aware of when responding? And then what are some examples you can provide of responses you want or output? Maybe if it's a table, text, image. So role, explain who the assistant is. Is it a marketing assistant? Is it a part-time unpaid intern? Is it, someone who's going to completely take over your marketing and you want to create all the images? What are the instructions? What do you want the model to do? What do you want it to avoid? You need to give clear instructions. Tell if it's formal, casual, Gen Z. Give it some context. You know, what's been going on in the transaction so far? What are the last 30 posts you've made on social media? And why should this next post be about the market when the last 15 have not been? And then examples, you know, here's the post that I really like and I'm trying to emulate.
Term rental.
Get a picture similar to it. What should I do to make the caption different, but applicable to me so it looks the same? Images you can put in, just anything that you want to output similar to. Examples will help it the most. Oh, and then, never mind. Okay, prompt tags. Number 1, clarification, ask me questions first. 2, show your work.
Time.
Yes.
If you haven't figured that out, tell it to ask me the question one at a time.
Yeah.
Because that makes life a lot easier.
Well, I did not think of that at all. Thank you for that information.
So going through,
Literally, you could tell it whatever the hell you want in your list.
you just need to
It's so
specify.
simple. Yes. Very, very clear, like you're talking to the author.
Showing your work.
Numbering out my responses to the questions and feeling really annoyed. The end of the slide.
And the cool thing about it being intuitive too, is you can answer just the first question and submit it. And it will see that you've only done that. Then get, oh, thank you. Please respond to questions 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you know, aren't clarifying, AI can still make up for that and adjust accordingly. Show your work and cite your sources.
When I'm answering questions, instead of like making a full sentence to answer, I'm like #2 means like I answer it, and then 3, like, so I'm not like talking like in response to your question. Like I used to talk to it like it was a person. I don't know if anyone else.
I do.
Yeah. But like, I'm like, it's not a freaking person, just like 3 and then short answer. Totally. Because it doesn't have feelings.
Jump to the next level, and be like, give me the questions one at a time so I can respond to them.
Yeah.
That's way faster, because I used to do the same thing, like number the response, and then you accidentally don't hit shift when you hit enter, and so then it sends it, you know, damn it all.
You have to write it all over.
Then you have to
again.
start all over again, basically you have to reinvent the computer, and yeah.
It's so hard.
I also like that you can just text us, and if you have errors, it still does it. So nice.
They've got audio, so you can talk right into it.
Yes.
I've got it on my phone and it pulls up every time I scroll past it. I don't even click on the app. And then it pulls up Gemini and says, start recording my voice and listening for a prompt. So be aware of that if you get the Gemini app.
Grok also does.
Grok also does. They're watching you. Number 2, cite your sources. So where is ChatGPT getting its information from? You know, this could be good if you're verifying information. You want to make sure it's not hallucinating. Perplexity I like because when you type in a question, it just automatically pulls it for you and links you to all the websites it's getting it from. So you don't even have to ask that question.
I have had that before too, where they will state case law, and then when I went into like I basically copied and pasted it to make sure it's going to the right thing, like that didn't exist. And then I was like, what's going on? And they had cited case law, even though I was very specific, I was looking for an answer in Utah, and it cited case law. So remember that your GPT really wants to please you and give you the answers that you're looking for. And so they'll just go and make up or find answers, even though it's not necessarily like that one was, like I said, from Michigan or somewhere, and I needed Utah case law, right? So I look like a real dipshit if I'm all, well,
Yeah.
according to blah, blah, blah.
Well,
And this is happening at the legal panel. They talked about this, that there's actually attorneys that are being fined because they're having ChatGPT basically write their declaration of finding or whatever for the initial thing, and they're citing cases that don't actually exist. That chat was like, oh, I want to make you happy. We're just gonna create these cases because that will give you the information.
well, how many people have said, I don't know, to a question? How many times has ChatGPT or Gemini said that to you?
I've never.
Never.
So maybe we need to give it permission. Say, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Or every
everything.
I told her to
Doesn't
stop
know
agreeing with me, to stop yes matting. Because it does, that's it. It just validates all your feelings.
Great. Screenshotting it to people. My therapist told me.
Okay, we'll jump down, action plan. What's your goal? Break it down. Why should I be doing these things? The options hack, give me 3 different solutions. The second opinion, critique your own answer. Why, did you tell me this? What are some holes in your solution? The blind spot, what am I missing? And then Steelman, argue the opposite view. So this is where you're talking with it. You can put in your, or Dalton's script things, whatever you call them, objections. And you can talk through objections with your assistant. Okay, recurring tasks. We talked about this earlier. Kaylee, you mentioned it. But you can go into Gemini, ChatGPT, and every morning, if you need to make a social media post about the market, you can have it pull from a Google sheet you update, Excel sheet, and say, looking at these cells, please create my Monday market post with this format. And then every Monday, at whatever time you specify, it's going to run that prompt. So the next time you get into ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever you may use, that graphic or that information has already been processed, so you can just pull it up. So this recurring tasks can be one that's super powerful, where once you set it up, it's just done for you. You don't even have to prompt it every week. Projects, this is where you can put, if you're working with a certain client and you're doing, read these docs, create this marketing info for the listing. You can make it all in one project, so it's easy to find. Gemini doesn't have this version we have, but ChatGPT does for you. So that's why I like ChatGPT. Voice assistants. These are ones where you can easily talk to them, get source answers. You can use Otter to record meetings, have it upload transcripts, pull out top to-dos. We're actually looking into this for meetings for us, where we have a staff meeting, we just put a phone on the table that records it, and then afterwards we say, what were all the tasks assigned during that meeting? So we don't have to have a scribe.
Which one talks back to you? Audible.
My son, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, like, if you're driving and you wanna talk to your, so, like, when I use ChatGPT, like, I have to read it.
Yeah,
So I can't use that as much when I'm driving.
you can, chat has a voice mode.
You can set the settings to do it. You also have AI bots like the Notebook LLM, where if you've got a book or a PDF, an article that you want read, but it's not available on Audible, it will go through and read everything and read it out to you like Siri's voice. So if you're going through and somebody sent you a long email and you don't want to read it, you click through here, you just have it start playing to you in your car. So saved PDFs, audiobooks, podcasts, anything that is written content, you can turn into something you can listen to. Okay, putting it into action. Most important part. Who uses it to update their 36 touch plan? Of course I do. No one's used AI to update their 36 touch plan.
And kind of.
Who has a 36 touch
Late,
Who uses it?
Who uses it for social media content creation? Okay, that's a big one. What about messaging?
Well, what's message matching?
Message matching to me is like, you're matching a tone or something of somebody's.
Yeah, someone's being rude to you, so you say, how do I be rude back? And
Right. Exactly. How do I ignite this?
yeah, how do I make this work?
Just call me.
Really stir it up.
Oh, no, I've done this where it's like, I free write it and then like, make this
Yeah.
not an
Yes.
asshole.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
Newsletter generation.
I think
So
our
we're
assistant
making
does that.
Exactly. I wish it was like.
What about relocation guides, buyer, seller guides?
No, I actually love this idea.
Making it for like why you should live in Layton or Ogden. Free resources to provide to your buyers or sellers. Housing news. Colin does, anybody else? Okay, we got a lot of applications we can use. Who uses it for role play? Tony does.
Just didn't realizing I could.
Who uses it for social intelligence? Tony does. Well, maybe you're slightly autistic and you can't tell if someone's trying to be your friend or not. This is where you can put in like.
They prefer Tylenol enhanced American.
Okay. How to read social cues. Competitive analysis. How's your business doing? Chris does. Okay, we'll skip. Okay, property visualizer. Yeah, there's apps in the internet to do this. This is, what is it called? When you map out the rooms. Cubicasa. Condition consultant. Inspection estimator. How much are your inspections gonna cost?
What's a condition?
Well, you can go through and say, I've got some windows broken. We're thinking of pricing it at $515. Needs to be repainted. The windows need to be replaced. Roof's 10 years old. We're considering all of this. Where do you think we can be price competitive? Low appraisal insights. No one's ever had a low appraisal, right? I have. Red flag binders, putting in your documents and saying what's going on. Is the PR clear? Tax strategy.
Okay, so,
Anybody using tax strategies?
so, and just in case anybody's wondering, today is the last day that you can allocate your Maverick Trail points to win the truck side by side and trailer. And so because I don't know what my tax liability would be when I won it, I actually chatted it out and determined that I would need to sell the truck. Because of taxes. So, you give you some options, it does the math for you. I mean, I'm not gonna say I trust it 100%, but turns out I need more than the 30 grand cash that also. So.
Well,
Yeah.
How many people get to the end of the year and go, oh my gosh, I owe this much in taxes? Did I really make that much money? Where did it all go? Why aren't you using ChatGPT or Gemini to say, let's create a wealth plan? How much am I putting aside for each paycheck? What do I need to save for taxes at the end of the year? This is what I normally make. So then you don't get hit with tax bill and all of a sudden you're surprised and upset. Operations efficiency, a 411 coach. Perfect EA handoff. We all know what that is. Oh yeah, of course. Line steps.
Did you not have AI teach you about this stuff before you teach that?
Well, if you haven't noticed, there's been some bad spelling in the slides. I didn't make them, but I did review them.
I love.
Are you following the TCPA, Can-Am spam, fair housing rules
And spam.
for emails?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, and spam.
You can get in trouble for sending out spam. Stuff like that.
That's why you have to, in command, you can't send it straight from your own email. It's gotta come from your OW221 agent string. Don't upload images unless you have the copyright owner's permission. Don't create content you want to protect the copyright.
AI content is not protected by copyright.
Not protect client confidentiality. We get flagged actually with this all the time on our Zoom uploads, because we'll be talking about a contracts class and we'll just have the rep see up and we'll have John Doe is buying XYZ property. and YouTube goes, you can't have people's information on the web. And it's just an AI person going through and scanning for all of it. Okay, verifying AI outputs for accuracy. Following all applicable advertising laws and being ethical. Ethical,
I'm just kidding.
talk to Rusty about it.
Okay.
Next steps. Okay. We're gonna pick an LLM. Who's got one they're using already? Who's got one they want to try? We talked about the notebook LLM where you can turn your PDF to voice. Who's got one they're gonna use? They already know.
Gemini.
3 people.
I want to use Gemini more than I use.
Okay,
Never use, I usually make.
never use Gemini.
I've never used Gemini either.
Free with our KW.
And it's, yeah, we do have the pro version free with the KW email. And it is a preference. I, like them both for different reasons. I like Claude. I think he gives me some funner, more fun outputs. And I like Perplexity. So I encourage you to try them. We'll see which one you like the best. Who's gonna create an LLM with a master prompt? So a general assistant. What should it be asking you every time you come in? What are your goals? Does it already know your goals? That'll be the big step. Practicing rice and the 7 hacks. Who does it now? Who's gonna implement it? Implement it? Okay. Who's gonna use AI for one real estate task this week? Oh, yeah. Well, we got some more hands on that one.
Are you gonna send this?
Already did.
Yeah,
Huckleberry Grill?
I'll have the slides in the team meeting recap.
We have a
Yeah.
couple of chat questions broadly.
Yeah.
So one of the things that Jill said was that I think this is just for information. On the AI Zoom class last week, he uses ChatGPT for prompts that then he uses Claude for creation and Gamma for PDF guides, et cetera.
Yeah.
That is one thing, like depending on what you're trying to do, you may get better output based on the platform you put it in. Particularly with presentation modes. I think that's important to note, but you can still create it all in your LLM of choice and then upload it into a different one and tell them to make it great, basically. And then Anita is wondering, what is the relationship to Command AI in this conversation with AI?
Yeah, so you guys haven't noticed, you've got Command AI that is popping up and giving you some annoying notifications. What it mostly is used for is client summaries. So if you're going in and adding tasks, activities to all your clients, it's gonna have more information saying, hey, you invited this person to the pumpkin patch in 2024. You've got a couple of text messages with them since. And, October's coming up. Are you gonna invite them again to the trick or treat Halloween? So the AI again only works if you're giving it input. And this one, the AI for command is mostly just summarizing.
Which is nice, because when you're making phone calls, you don't have to scroll all the way over to activities or notes and scroll down and read it. You can do a summary.
Exactly. But how many people are adding activities every time they call someone in command and have a conversation? That's pretty good. Who's gonna be better about that? All right. Any other?
Those were the only questions that AI. Those were the only questions.
Any other questions? Yeah.
A broker disclaimer. When you use ChatGPT as an example, remember it's there to help you it's got an imagination. You got to check it for accuracy. You'll notice if you have to use it to help you write your remark or your description, it might say mountain views. Don't use it if it doesn't have mountain views, right? Just make sure you check that for accuracy. Okay.
Yes, and honestly, guys, I do feel like it's great in listing descriptions. I will normally just create whatever I want to see and then it will go back and redo it, but you do have to look at it because there was one the other day where I was like, this is so hilariously chat. That it was didn't even make sense with the property that it was advertising. And it was just it sounded like it was some little ski chalet that you were buying or something. And it was a townhouse in Roy, Utah or something like that. So make sure you are paying attention to it. Because it's interesting how many people are just well, chat said it, copy and paste it,
It must be the truth.
It's gotta be the truth.
So.
On the internet is true. We've known that for years.
Exactly.
You put the pieces together though, of how much time this will save you and how you really can utilize that to do so many tasks that before would have taken you so much time. You guys,
Yeah.
like, yes, we have to utilize it, yes, we have to check it and pay attention to it, but also it should be saving you time
It should save you stress.
and stress.
Can we pick one platform and start from scratch and do a step-by-step workshop where people can jump in depending on the levels they're in? I'm talking about a course, maybe, I don't know, 7, 8 classes. Everybody who's using it at a higher level, maybe they will benefit from 5, 6, 7, 8, you know what I mean? But the few of us who are up in the night about all this shit, it would be nice to actually put in practice.
Sleeping well, are you?
Yeah, I love it. I love the concept. I don't know where to start. And whenever I jump into a Zoom call that is AI, yeah, it's fascinating, but completely lost again. So I do see the value and I think it is phenomenal. It's just a matter of, let's pick one and let's just start with the basics. My guess is after you do that, you can explore
Yeah.
and integrate 2 or 3 different platforms, but until you, or else, not to delay everybody else's learning, tell me where to go get that information so I can catch up and then jump on something a little more elaborate.
So 2 things that we're working on before the end of the year, the very first of next year, we are gonna do an AI and a wealth series that Marcus and I are kind of working on putting together, but it will start very basic level. I think that the most important thing to just start, like if you say you want to start somewhere, which yes, we will do that, but I think seriously go in and do some of these, like these are pretty step by step, but go in and really like, if you're gonna go into ChatGPT, just go in and start asking questions, ask it to create things, because the thing that you'll find is that I think that someone like you have an assistant already as well, that you can help them leverage your assistant better, like create a more, so here's my current checklist. What should I be updating for my fireside checklist in 2025 or something along those lines? And then they can still go and help, but it should leverage your assistant to create more time with them, for you to be able to either more tasks or work more efficiently or effectively or things like that. So I would say when you're thinking of something like, I've used it for contracts too, right? Like here's a confidentiality agreement or a contract. Tell me what are the things that I should be cautious about, or what is different from, I've compared 2 different documents. What's different in the 2025 document versus the 2020 document? Tell me the differences and why I should, like, what that means, right? So I think little things like that, when you're thinking like, oh, I need to do that, just start playing around with it a little bit, because that will help you go, okay, I can see where this is. And then it's kind of nice because it's like, do you want a digital checklist for that to make sure that you're checking the boxes every week? I'm like, yes, I do. Do you want a PDF so that you have it in print format too? Yes. Do you want me to add your KW branding to it? Yes. So like and then you can just be like, anytime I ask this question, add KW branding. Right? So little things like that, I think just starting with it, but yes, we are working on an AI series and a web series that will start very basic.
Any other questions? Okay. We've got A+ electrical and Huckleberry Grill.
Awesome. Let's first get AI is we all want it, we all know we need it, and we're all at different levels of usage. And Bradley has been, actually our whole agent services team has been huge in driving forward for all of us to be able to use it too, but Bradley building out like a Notion platform that we're gonna start using. We are using it as an office. It's gonna expand it to you guys in your business at some point too. So big thank you to Bradley and our agent services team, because honestly, they're just driving the innovation for us and bringing us content, things like this, so that we can at least even start to get curious about it, right? Because I think that's the biggest, we all have a billion things going on, and I think a lot of times it's easier just to feel like,
It's too much.
I don't wanna, it's too much, but we can't just say it's too much, we just gotta go, what can we use it for today? Like, if it's those little things, how can I use it to help perfect this? So, okay, Jasmine and Eric. That's me. How are you? I'm good, how are you? Good. Awesome. Nice to meet you. Hey, everybody, my name is Jasmine Young. How are you doing?
So my husband Jeffrey and I actually own A+ Electrical Service.
We are a company local here in Layton. We've been open just over a year, but my husband is a master electrician with over 10 years of experience in the field. We pride ourselves on excellent customer service, reliability, and we pride ourselves really on doing the best work for the best price. So even if you have another electrician that you have used for years, or somebody you know, or you have a client that says, I'll just take care of it myself. Oh, right. And they do, I know they do, like, oh, I can fix that. Give us a call because we can offer you both information. We can come out and do troubleshooting work for you. You don't have to use us from the get-go, but if we can come out and do some troubleshooting for you, whether it's someone closing the deal and there needs to be upgrades, or there needs to be electrical work done, because I know you all know that sometimes electrical work that's outdated can kill the deal right off the get-go, right? So our son over here is our little assistant. We homeschool, so he gets to come on a bunch of different projects and things with us. He gets to understand how the business runs.
Teach him how to cook.
Exactly. That's all right. So he has some keychains we had made up for you guys, and some of our business cards. But we would love to be your preferred electrician. So just give us a shot and let's see what we can do for you. We service from Logan down to Lehigh, and we do go out to Park City and Saratoga Springs.
Oh, very cool.
So
Everywhere.
yes, everywhere. And we only have a certain amount of time. I actually brought a good friend of ours who does the Huckleberry Grill. He is gonna tell you a little bit about what he has to offer. It smells delicious, right?
So the first thing I have to tell you is just a little story to plug them. When we were opening Huckleberry Grill, the last thing I was worried about, the double bid system in the space we took over, it was a density restaurant. And I actually had a guy that I've literally been using for like 10 years. He did all the hood systems on my food truck, stuff like that. I worked with him in the restaurant, come in and wire my hood. And I had this weird feeling that something wasn't right. And we had actually just met Jeffrey and Jasmine through our daughter went to their same homeschool co-op. And so I called up Jeffrey and I said, hey, I know you're a master electrician. I know you're probably very expensive. Is there any chance you just come look at this for me? And he was like, yeah, of course. Came down, didn't charge me a dime for it. And there was 2 wires crossed. If I had turned that thing on, I would have lost a $40,000 head system in a month and a half. So I opened on time because he found 2 wires crossed. So I can attest to how great they actually are at the dots. When they say A+, it's really A+. Being that you guys are real estate agents, something that I like to do, which I don't know if they knew about this. Alex might have told them. I like to give out gift cards. So who has closings coming up?
Oh, yeah.
So these are for you to give to your closings. Okay, so I'll give you 50. So you can give them both. And then when you have another closing, you come say, hey, I need some more of those, right? I love the idea of people coming out for dinner, right? You've got someone, they're moving to the area, they're around us. We're in downtown Salt Lake. The one thing I would ask, right, KW on back, so I know it came from a Keller Williams thing, but that way I know who to give credit to. I'm more than happy to give you more of these if you have closings. That's what I asked that you use them for. We also do free dessert cards. We do free appetizer cards. For those, I will give you as many as you want to hand out to whoever you want, because that's just me turning you into my marketing. Right? So, but this is specifically like, you can throw these in a, hey, I want to give these to everybody gets them. But I will literally give these to you every time you have a closing. I have no problem doing that, because the way my food works is it's phenomenal. And if they come eat it once, they're gonna
keep going.
Yeah, and I'm really big on, I'm not shooting to get them in once, I'm shooting to get them 3 times.
Can they use this on the family
They
pack?
can use it on anything.
Like on moving day or something like that, that's awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, and you can just say, hey, this is a great restaurant in the area that I happen to know about. It's still fairly new, but go check it out. $50 is enough for 2 people to eat. My kids meals are $6.99, and I do the exact same portion size for kids meals we do an adult meal. We just do 1 side instead of 2. So actually, I don't make anything on them because I have 4 kids and 1 on the way. And there's nothing worse than spending $100 on dinner for your family of 5, and all your kids are still hungry because they had 4 chicken nuggets and French fries. Yeah.
One of the quality
We're a hybrid service system, so we're not full service if you don't, fuel pressure gets hit 15-20%. You pay at the counter, we give you a number, but we bring your food out to you, we still give you almost full service. We'll clear your plates for you, we do 2 minutes, you buy check backs, that kind of thing. We use melamine plates, so they're not like full on China, but it's still a real plate. So it feels like a nice restaurant. We wanted to be in the middle. We didn't want to be fast food. We wanted to be priced like fast food though. So everything on my menu is under $20. So it's a very affordable, and we're family friendly. Like I literally have a little merch table up front, on the bottom 2 shelves are toys for kids to play with. So yeah, so send people out. And if you want to come try it, please wait for us.
Yes, we do. Thank you. I'm talking with it on my hand. I get like this and then forget that I've got things in my head to say, right? I know.
Well,
Yes, these, I don't know if you guys seen yet, these are some marketing materials that just arrived from your office a week ago. We are one of your sponsors in here. We're right next to your card. So, these, I guess, there is a bunch of them. So if you want to have our information, you've got your own marketing with that. And our email address up there is actually APLUS. That's a plus one working in email. Okay, the QR will send you right to our Google.
We'll make sure we get that corrected for our, if we do a complete recap,
Oh, okay.
So we'll send that all out. If you guys haven't seen or don't know what we're talking about, these folders, I know we've talked about it for different things, but it has been a minute. These are free for you to use. So if right now you're buying folders and you're like, I don't want to buy them, I'd rather use one. They're free, just tell Chris, and then they have a bunch of amazing, vendors and service providers that are in there. So just go see Chris if you need them. Okay? He's got a bunch in his office. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Anybody want the ones that you coming up this week, I'll hang out for a little bit and you can grab a few more this coming.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Like,